Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and in this video, we are going to talk about what I just got through watching The Last of Us Episode 3. It was a really good episode. A break from all that, from all the terror and everything that we had in the first two. This episode focused on a couple who become friends with Joel and Tess. Bill, who starts out living on his own when the world ends as a survivalist. He has a bunker after the government sweeps through trying to collect people and everything to get them out of the small towns and stuff. He sets up a fence in the town around not only his house but a few other houses. So it gives him a huge area. And he sets up tripwires and other defenses around it. And he lives there for a while by himself. But yeah, he really sets up his own home and everything. He's not met Joel and Tess yet. He's living on his own. He's the very survivalist type person. He's got all these weapons stocked and everything. But like I said, after the disease and everything goes down and the government sweeps through getting people out of the small towns, he had hid and stayed in his bunker. They never found him. So like I said, he encases a good portion of the town along with his property so that it can be defended, and he has several different locations he can go. A few years into living on his own, a man ends up in a trap that Bill has set. Um, Bill helps the guy out. He's very untrusting at first, of course, because again, he has that survivalist mentality of everybody's a threat, potential threat. But he gets to know the person who is named Frank. And because Bill has all this stuff set, he's got running hot water, uh, food, gasoline, all this stuff that Frank spends some time. He takes him a shower. They eat dinner together, and he ends up staying the night. They end up spending the night together, and so their relationship starts. It's beautifully done as far as their relationship goes. Um, yeah, most of the episode focuses on Bill and Frank's relationship, how it builds. So far in, they meet. Uh, Frank said he started talking to Tess over the radio, and so Tess and Joe go and meet Bill and Frank, and they all have dinner together. And they talk, become trading partners more or less. Yeah, and so they know each other well. They try to help each other out. Well, eventually we see Frank's body wearing down. At first you think Bill's going to die because before that, they show like the government trying to break in. I'm assuming it's the government. Um, all the defenses are going off and everything, and Bill's out trying to defend the homestead, and he takes a slug in the gut. Um, and then, you know, Frank takes him inside, and he's like, "The fence will take care of the rest. The fence will take." And he works on Bill, and he saves him. But apparently, Bill, after that, is spending his time taking care of Frank because Frank is struck with some kind of ailment. I don't know if it's an insinuation that he has AIDS or if it's Lou Gehrig's, because he seems to have trouble doing stuff. And of course, like I said, he's in a wheelchair. Um, but Bill takes care of him for a number of years. And finally, Frank says, tells him basically, "This is my last day." Because he tells him his plan. He says, "I want you to go with me. We're going to go to the boutique. We're going to try on clothes. We'll get married. And yeah, um, then he says, we'll have a dinner. Then you will crush all these pills up and put them in my wine. And we'll go to bed and go to sleep in each other's arms." Of course, at first Bill says he can't do it, but they end up going through with it because, he don't want his partner, his friend, to struggle. And yeah, um, so they show them exchanging vows, putting the ring on each other's hands. Um, then we see them eating dinner, and Bill pulls out the pills, pours them in to the wine glass for Frank. And Frank realizes that inside the wine, he's already crushed up other medicine. He says, "Did you put more in the wine itself?" Bill's like, "Enough to kill a horse." So Bill's more or less resigned himself to kill himself as well, because he don't want to live. He's like, "I'm old. I'm satisfied." And he's like, "I don't want to live without you now." They both go to the bedroom to take their final sleep. Uh, but yeah, apparently Joel and Ellie do show up. Um, they get some supplies because they find a letter that Bill had written to Joe. He says, "To Joe," or he goes, "To whomever finds this, or probably Joe." He says, he's basically telling him, say, "You're the closest thing I have to a friend." He says, "In the long run, at least I respect you, and I will leave you all my weapons and equipment." Because, like I said, Bill's got the bunker with everything in it, and then throughout the houses where he put the fence around them, they've got other things stored as well. So Joe and Ellie take a hot shower. Uh, since he's, like I said, he's got hot running water. Um, they charge up the battery, put it in the truck that Bill had. And then Joe and Ellie get in the vehicle and they head out. That's where the episode kind of just ends. It's a good episode, really well done. Offerman played Bill beautifully. Like I said, the whole episode was beautiful. Yeah. But I just wanted to talk about the third episode. I'll go ahead and end this here. As always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone tries to tell you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'll see you all in the next episode. Until then, later.